guys, I'm back at home. I'm back at home. Okay, so and not in the studio, which I don't mind the studio, y'all. Um, like I said, they were stocking at the library, so sometimes, sometimes it's just it gets to be too much. So sometimes it's good to be at home. They stock me here too, so okay, so today is like resentment. 15 ways to get over resentment. Um and that's it. So this will be also on Brown Sugar Talks on Instagram. But I have like again TikTok. I do 2 shows, so this is the next one. I actually do 5 shows. Like some days I might come on here like 5 times to go live. If I'm mad, I won't come on because I'm just like I can't. I will not be able to control my anger. I'll be cussing and fussing, and they'll be like, "No, get off, lady, get off." Okay, so I'm also gonna put in like they've been giving me these calls about financial planning, like to become a financial planner. And so I was like, maybe we need to talk about that. Maybe we need to talk about the whole financial planning situation because people don't may not understand what financial health is. Okay, so financial planning, like, and this is something that I'm teaching you so you know. Okay, like say for instance you're a college student and you have a job and you have bills to pay. You don't have a whole lot to pay. And you want to go out and you want to buy clothes and you get a refund check. You can maybe you think, okay, I'm gonna take this check and go buy clothes. You can. Okay, what if you take the check? At that point, you don't think about loans. So college students are not thinking about loans at all. They could they need to live off the money. They actually have to live. So college students have to live. So when they take out loans or they get grants or whatever, what this college does is they give them the refund of the difference of the check because since they have to live off the funds, that's something that like helps them maybe get a car because they have to get back and forth to class. It helps them get school supplies. It helps them get clothes. It helps them also pay for food or any housing that they have. And so in college, all you could probably get is a credit card. So this is the thing I'm going to tell you. Pay the credit card off and then buy what you need. So that when you first get your credit card, okay, buy everything you want on the credit card. Get your credit card. You probably get your limit is probably $300. Okay. So when it's time to make a payment, pay the credit card off. If you can pay the credit card off, pay the credit card as many times as you can. Before you buy anything, make a payment to your credit card. So then your credit is like always being used. So you are creating credit for yourself. And I would think you only need one credit card. You don't need 5 or 6 credit cards. If I would say 3 at max, you get a credit card that you like a Visa or MasterCard, then get a credit card for like, say for instance, you buy a lot from Amazon, get an Amazon credit card. Say for instance, you buy from Abercrombie, you only want to wear Macy's clothes, get a Macy's credit card, and then let that be it. You might even want to get like maybe a Ann Taylor. It does Ann Taylor Loft or something like that. So it just depends. So get 3 credit cards, okay? Let's say 3 credit cards. Whenever you get money, you pay your credit cards first. You understand what I'm saying? So once you pay the credit cards, then you use the credit card. Don't just let the credit card sit there. So like any payments that you have to make to like different places, like you could just like, okay, like let me tell y'all, it's because right now it's like I'm living off of college money, right? And I'm not. It's only because I have a stalker. I'm in this situation. So since I'm back in this situation, let me tell you what you can do, and now you can do better than me. So that's what it is. So it's like all you have to do. So say for instance, you don't get a credit card, you only have Afterpay and CashApp to live off of, and maybe Chime. I don't know how Chime works. So you have Afterpay and CashApp. You can have and get you a regular get you a regular bank account. So you need a regular bank account. You get Afterpay, and you get Cash App. And this is stuff I didn't have in college. I didn't have Afterpay and Cash App in college. We only had credit cards, okay? So, Afterpay, you can use Afterpay, and you need a regular bank account. You split your check. You have some of your check go to Cash App. You have some of your check go to your bank account. Okay? So, you want to do let's say your check is $100. And you can split it like 50-50. You can split it 45, 55, however you want to do it. So let's split this 50-50. So we got Cash App and we got a bank account. So I'm going to do $50 in Cash App and $50 in my bank account. All right. So I got a loan with Cash App. So if I got a loan with Cash App, pay off all the loan, pay off the entire loan with Cash App. So then Cash App will actually up your limit. So the reason why you want this is because what if something happens? What if an emergency happens and you just need cash? And you can keep whatever excess cash inside your Cash App. You don't have to actually use it if you take out the loan. The best thing about Cash App is that like the payback of a loan with Cash App is $2 or $3. It's not like some big interest amount. It's like $2 or $3 for you to. Now for your bank account, you want to use that first off to pay your Afterpay because you can't pay your Cash App. You can't pay your Afterpay with Cash App. So whatever you do with your limit with Afterpay, you see what I'm saying? Everything will come out of your bank account. So if you do Afterpay for like a $50, if you have something that was $50 and Afterpay splits it into 4 payments, isn't there like $12 or something like that? So yep, it's about $12.50. So if you have that's $12.50. So that's all you really need in your bank account is $12.50 to use Afterpay to get something with Afterpay. You see what I'm saying? So basically, Afterpay is like your credit card. That's it. So now they up your limit on Afterpay. You see what I'm talking about? So with these 3 accounts, you could be living lovely. You will be able to get designer clothes. You will probably be able to get whatever type of car you want. You will probably you sound okay. Well, this is building up for you to be able to get whatever type of car you want, and then after that you get a credit card. When you get your credit card, you do the same thing. Once you get paid with your bank account, whatever you have left in your bank account, go ahead and just pay your credit card, and pay as much of it as you can. I just like when I was doing credit cards, when I just had a credit card, I pay myself. So I got a self credit card. So it's like a self credit card. I just paid myself. So whenever I get extra money, I just put it on my self credit card. That's it. I just put on the self. That's all. Once I put on the self, and you make your own limit, whatever, right? So you can put a self savings or you can do a self credit card. So I do both. I do the self savings and the self credit card because the credit card has a limit. So I can't overly put money into my self card. So the extra money I put into my self savings account. So the self savings account stays there for a year. And then at the same time, like when you making purchases, you can have like Acorns, which is like a stock account. You can have Robinhood. You can do Cash App stocks. And what was the other one I used to do? Stash. And since you guys don't have a stalker, you will be able to make money. You will be able to make more dividends than what I make. So even if you are a teacher, teachers and cops, this is something they could do. And it's like you guys will be like it will be so superb for you. I'm not joking. Teachers and cops, because we have a limited budget. But this will extend your budget more than what you think it will. So when you get it, you got Cash App, your bank account, and a credit card. That's it. When you get your money goes to your Cash App. Some money goes to Cash App. You could just do 10% going to Cash App. You'll be able to take out a loan with Cash App. So it's there for emergencies. And I think I went over this before. Then you have a bank account. That's where your money goes and you pay your bills and stuff from your bank account. And you have your credit card. You can actually just pay all your bills on your credit card. Once you put the money, once your money hits the bank account, pay your credit card. And then when it hits your credit card, that's when you pay your bills. And that's it. So the whole time you are and even with bills, like bills don't build credit. So, like, say for instance, my Verizon phone, I told them to go ahead and cut it off. It is going to affect, once they tell me I don't have an account, like when they totally just tell me I don't have a phone number, anything, that's when it'll hit my credit. It won't hit my credit. Like me making payments on time on the phone and all that stuff, it does not mess with your credit. You making payments on time on your electricity bill, it only affects the electric company and your deposit. So you making like on time payments on your electricity bill and your water bill and stuff, it doesn't affect until after your account is closed. So when you move, that's when it'll affect your credit. And usually electricity, it's sometimes better off than what you think it is. Water better off than what you think it is because it's a utility. That's what you need. Your phone companies like Verizon, T-Mobile, all that stuff. Once it's turned off, that's when it hits your credit. You see what I'm saying? So that's it. Like you just pay it so they don't just, oh, this is over. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you can make payments on it. It's suspended, make payments on it. So that's it. It's like that's like for the person living in with a college fund, maybe a single person, whatever, right? So now let's get into when you start saving. So like I said, you can have a self account. You can do a self savings and a self credit card. So you don't even have to worry about having like a regular. You can do a self savings and a self credit card. So self savings, you pay yourself every month a certain amount of money, and then in a year you take it out. Just like it's like all it's doing is just an extra tax fund. It's just an extra refund tax fund. That's all it is. It's just a refund tax. That's it. That's all it is. Um, a tax refund, but it's just something you paying to yourself. And you take it out and they'll charge you 20 cents or something like that the whole time for holding your money. If you have to take it out early, that's okay too. So if you take it out, the same thing, they charge you just like a little fee, and that's it. You take it out because it's your money. Um, the best part about it is like you can pay yourself off early or you can pay yourself off later. So like I said, when I get money, if I get paid twice a week, I put money into my self account twice a week. If I say I'm going to pay myself $35 every month, I put $35 in there, not twice a week, but 2 times a month. So it'd be like $70 instead of. So I end up paying it off in 6 months instead of a year. Sometimes 4 or 5 months instead of a year. And then that's like, so if something happens and it's an emergency, you could just go ahead and take the money. That's it. It just comes back to you. Okay, so now as you get older, now that you know how to flip your money, that's when you won't be afraid to flip bigger dividends. So say for instance, you take out a loan for a car or you take out a loan for a house. If you paying a loan, like, okay, say for instance, I take out the loan and I actually go underneath the loan and you get the difference, or you with a credit union and the money gets to stay into your account. You can use the money that you have to like sort of start paying the car note. You see what I'm saying? So what it is like that's what people try to tell you, like it's backwards. So you got to pay the interest first and then you start making payments on whatever. So sometimes it's better to have the money to pay the interest and or try to just hurry up and pay the interest off so you can get into paying off the house or a car, right? So that's what it is. It's like it's pretty much the same thing, but the only thing is like you might get deductions as opposed to getting something where you can get something back. So like with Cash App and your self account, Cash App and Afterpay, they up your limit, like they give you more money. And some loans will do that too. Like it'll be like some loans, like that's how some people live. So like that's how people in the music industry they mess up, how actors mess up. They don't take out loans. Like it's like you could take out a loan and live in an apartment. Like an actor could take out a loan. Like say for instance, they got some big movie, right? And they get a chance to get a loan for $25,000. They can live off that $25,000 for like a year, as long as when they get paid from the movie, they pay the $25,000 back. Like they can, if they can afford to pay $25,000 back every month, by the end of the year, they limit might be $275,000. So they can take $275,000 out, and then go ahead and buy a house. You see what I'm saying? So now I can pay instead of having to pay. So now when I make payments for the 25,000, I don't have to make the full 25,000. I can make 10,000. So it's like, and I'm talking about people who just can make big amounts of money at one time. You can live cheap at first, Or you can get the loan and live big and just keep living. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it'll be like, you can look like you living big, and it's like, it's not even a situation where you living big. It's just like, I just know how to flip my money. So that's flipping your money. It's just the same as flipping a house. So once you learn how to work Cash App and Afterpay to flip your money, then you won't be afraid later on in life when it's time for you to get a car, when it's time for you to get a house, to flip your money. You see what I'm saying? Because you can still use the same ways, but this time you'll be messing with the bank. So then it's the same thing. The bank will do the same thing that Cash App and Afterpay do. Once you pay the money off, they'll up your credit. Every time they'll up your credit. And that's how credit really works. Right? So that's how credit really does work. Credit is like, you have to use it. That's how you get a better score. You don't use it and just let it sit there. You use it. You have to use the credit to get a better credit score. It's not a situation where, because people don't tell you that. People are just like, they'll just be like, no, you just do this. You do this. No, you go to Best Buy. If you get approved for Best Buy, you get you a computer. Okay, while you got that computer, make sure you can do the jobs to pay that for the computer. Like, I wouldn't even get, if I had excess funds from school, like if I had a refund check, I would try to get a Best Buy card, and then every time you get paid, put a payment onto your Best Buy card so you can pay off your computer. Because if you like electronics. So now I paid off the computer. So the first my Best Buy card, the limit was 1,000. Now it's 2,000 because I paid it off because I kept using my credit. So once you get to a certain point and you paid it off, and it's something else my other friend does. Now he is out of the house. He's doing his own thing. He's older and he has a lot of money in the bank. What he does is he will pay, if he doesn't have at least half of the money in cash. Like, so say for instance, he got an iPad. The iPad $600. If he doesn't have at least $400 to pay on the credit card, when he get the credit card, he won't get the iPad. He's gonna wait until he has $400 to pay for the iPad. He will get the credit card, pay for the iPad on the credit card, and then make the credit card payment. And every time that just raises his credit score. It just keeps your credit score perfect. And even if you go broke and you start making, minimum payments, your credit might still raise. You'll be surprised. They'll be like, oh, okay, minimum payment. So what? You paid it. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna raise the credit score. So then that's helping you also pay for other things. And it's also not having you live like some horrible lifestyle. Like, you don't have to do that. So it's not like you got to go out there and just tell people everything to do, or you try to keep up with the Joneses, but to keep up with your lifestyle. Like, some people take for granted that we need serums for our skin and for our hair. Like, even that stuff, like Afterpay is cool for that, because like you can still get Victoria's Secret. You can still, I don't think you can get Victoria's Secret, but maybe you can. I don't know. I think I've used it for that. But yeah, it's like you can still get like all these different things that help take care of you. Take care of yourself. Like, everybody is not out here. They don't want Bugattis and 5-story refrigerators. I just want to get rid of this refrigerator and get the floor cleaned. You see what I'm saying? So it's like some of that stuff, like just having enough money on a Visa or a MasterCard would help me get a new refrigerator. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Like, you could probably even use your Afterpay to get a new refrigerator. Like, Afterpay, like, I know that my limit has been like $1,500, $750, something like that, $850. Like, it's like all that stuff. Like, I'm not joking. It's just no limit to what you can do once you start using your credit. So that's why when people are like, you don't have enough credit, that's what you have to do in college. You got to build your credit. Build your credit. Make sure you get a credit card, y'all. Get a credit card, Cash App, Afterpay, credit card. Those are the 3 things you need. And I'm talking about the sky would be the limit, especially if you get a refund check and you have a job. That's all you got to do. Because once you pay it and they up it, you'll have more money for yourself to spend. So that's financial health. That's financial planning. It's like not being afraid to use the credit and use the money to get me somewhere else. Do you guys understand? It's not that you being greedy. It's not that you trying to do something. It's just you working at something out for a better life for you. It's not that you living outside of your means or anything like that. You do not have to go on Shein and buy $700 worth of stuff just because you got $700 worth of Afterpay. You could just go on Shein and buy a dress and just get it on Afterpay, and that's it. You utilize the credit. You can just take out $20 in CashApp because one day you needed it. Pay it back right away, and they might up the limit just because you utilize the credit. That's what it is. Credit cards. You go out, you buy yourself. Now you need a microphone and some headphones. That's $100 as opposed to $1,000. But at least that's the choice. Like you, it's like, okay, now this is what I need. So then that's the way that you keep yourself also stylized and in profile for college, especially like if you're an artist. If you're an artist, please listen to what I say, because we always need money for materials and different things like that. And that's something else too. You can use these things to get money for materials and all those different things too. Oh my God, y'all, I got an interview at like 12 o'clock. Anyway, okay, I will come back with the other part of the show about the resentment, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's financial health. Anyway, have a great day. Have a good day. Auf Wiedersehen. I'll see you later.